Good evening. Welcome to the July 30th, 2025 meeting of the Town of Concord Historic Districts Commission. The commission will review one continued application, one new application, and 3 items under other business. We are conducting this meeting online in accordance with the Commonwealth of Massachusetts Executive Order suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law. The public may access this call through both telephone and video conferencing. Members of the public will have an opportunity to ask questions and provide public comment on applications and discussions following the petitioner's presentation and questions from the commissioners. To do so, please raise your hand in the participant function of the Zoom meeting platform. If you're calling in and cannot use the platform, you may raise your hand by dialing *9. Our host will mute microphones of those not speaking, and in order to preserve bandwidth, may need to turn off video, with the exception of the commissioners, the host, and the current applicant. The chair will call on commissioners for comments on an application and then open the meeting for public comment. Once there are no more public comments, I will ask for a motion from the commission to continue to approve with conditions, or to reject, and then a second, and then conduct a roll call vote. Once the commission has acted on an application, the applicant is free to leave the meeting. And I will do a roll call of members tonight. Melinda Shumway.
Here.
Tim Whitney.
Here.
Louis Caldarella.
Here.
Dennis Fiore.
Here.
And Walter Clay.
Here.
Excellent, thanks. Voting members this evening will be Tim, Walter, Melinda, Dennis, and myself. And then I would just add for the commissioners, one slight change. Before we start, I'd like to just update us on a revised approach on commenting on an application. It's been suggested that going back to an earlier procedure where the chair calls on commissioners one by one, and then subsequent commissioner comments can be aired by raising your hand, so I can call on you one at a time. This might make the discussions easier for applicants to follow, and perhaps even for the minutes transcribers too. I'll also be reminding public commenters to state their home address in addition to their name, because that doesn't always happen. So that's that. And without further ado, please, let's see. I saw Tracy Wynn. Tracy, are you going to be presenting, or is Ian for 404 Monument Street?
I am going to be.
Hello. Thank you. Welcome back. Sorry.
Hi. Tracy Wynn, 404 Monument Street. I'm hoping that you have all seen the sketch and also a photo mock-up of our proposal, our present proposal, to you all. And I don't know if I should I go over it verbally, Kate?
Let's see, Anne, are you able to bring those up? Are we going to,
Yes, here.
Okay.
Should I start with the site plan?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah. So, sure, let's see. I mean, yeah, you know what? I mean, although even the commissioners who were absent the last time are familiar with this because they've seen the material, if you could just take, a few moments to just, narrate it.
The drive, this is a little hard to read, but the big block on the right-hand side is the house, front porch, stone wall in the front that makes an L along Monument Street. And what we are proposing is a driveway that follows the present path of our driveway along the north side of the house, leaving the apron to the street as asphalt, and then having 2 ribbons of granite pavers that are 8 inches across by 4, I believe, sets of 3, and they would run as they're pictured on the side here, on the left-hand side. Oh, thank you, and that just go up a little bit. There, this is our preferred proposal. We could also do it as the ones that are just below that with 12-inch. There would be 2 12-inch granite cobbles on running on each of the pathways with the grass in the middle of the driveway. And then in the back, which isn't as visible from the street, but we're proposing that that two pavers run around, make a border around the driveway where the pea stone will remain. Thank you, that's perfect, Han. And I think that's all I need to say, except there will be grass in the middle of the two ribbons. That seemed to be something that the commissioners liked, as we have grass there now. And could you bring up either one of the pictures? That's as it is now. And then this is what we're proposing. Are there questions?
No, and I see you gave approximate measurements, Tracy, of on the drawing of the width of each ribbon and then the width of the grass in between, which is kind of
Right.
consistent with, the proportions that have been kicked around before.
Right. And I think that it's pretty, the mock-up is pretty accurate in terms of what it would look like.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Thank you. That looks great. I will go around and ask the commissioners for comment. First on my screen is Dennis.
I think it looks fabulous. No problems with it. I'd move right now to approve it.
Thank you, Dennis. Next is Tim.
I would second what Dennis just said.
Thank you, Tim. Next is Walter.
I really have nothing to say.
And Melinda.
And I agree with the first three.
All right. And Louis.
It looks great.
Oh, thank you. And let's see, then we'll move to public comment. Does anyone have any public comment? Oh, wait a moment. No, it appears not. Okay. Then would a commissioner please make a motion?
I'll make the motion if you'd let me know what the number in Monument Street is. I'm forgetting.
Sure, 404.
404. I
Mhm.
move that the applicant at 404 Monument Street, their application be approved as submitted.
Now, yes, oh, sorry, let me interrupt for 1 second. As submitted just now, because Kim or Ann, I'm seeing that on the agenda, it's still, let's see, concrete paver, it's the application is listed concrete pavers, pea stone, and a faux cobblestone apron.
Okay. With the change from artificial pavers or whatever it says in the application to the natural cobblestone pavers. Does that cover it?
And no change to the apron.
No change to the entrance, right?
So, okay. So we gotta have that motion. Is there a second?
I second.
Second.
Thank you, Louis. And I will go around for a vote from the voting members. Melinda,
Aye.
Dennis,
Aye.
Tim,
Aye.
Walter,
Aye.
and I am an aye. So thank you very much, Tracy.
Thank you all.
It's
I appreciate your time.
We appreciate yours. So,
Appreciate your patience.
Yeah.
so thank you. No, it will look terrific, I think. And
Yeah, it will.
okay, so we're going to, let's see. Oh yeah, so next we have Town of Concord. We're going to be jumping around a little bit from the agenda. So Town of Concord is our next presentation, please, about 55 Church Street parking lot.
Started.
Oh, there you are. Hi.
Hi, I'm Samiksha Paudel. I'm the Senior Public Works Engineer.
Okay.
And the parking lot in the 55 Church Street, we have been planning to repave the parking lot. And while while we're already doing the repaving, we're trying to look at other options to make it better. to improve the overall uses, safety and functionality of the property. As you all know, can I share the screen? I have the plans pulled up and the property as well.
Yes, please.
Okay, so let me know if you can see it.
I can't yet.
Um,
There we go.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the property that I'm talking about, the parking lot. This is the image you're seeing is from April of 2025, and the pavement condition is not so good, and we're trying to repave this parking lot. And while we're doing the repaving of the parking lot, we're trying to analyze it to see if we can make it any better regarding the safety functionality of the property. We have the Harvey Wheeler Building, 55 Church Street, the Children's Center on this side, and then Youth Theater in this building along here. And we know the uses of this lot is quite often regarding the events that happens and the little kids attending the youth center or the children's center, and that is why we're giving our focus is regarding the safety in order to redesign. And we also know this is a busy lot, so we cannot reduce the parking counts. So we're trying to hold up the parking count as it is right now or make it a little bit better. We had meeting with the abutters who utilize this lot a lot, and there was a concern regarding the speeding of the vehicle. So we're trying to propose a raised crosswalk in order to help slow the traffic down and improve pedestrian safety. We're proposing new crosswalk to connect the Harvey Wheeler Building and then 55 Church Street as well. Based on the conversation, it came into our notice that we want to have the flagpole as well from veterans, and that is something we're looking at. And we're to improve the site aesthetic and provide shade and comfort. Landscaping enhancement has been incorporated, including the addition of trees in the islands. Let me share the plans now. So I have the existing parking lot plans right now, which is all paved and then just landscape in here. We have dumpster in this area. When we had a meeting with the abutters, it was brought to our attention that they want the dumpster to be relocated closer to the Harvey Wheeler Building because it's most used by them, and just for safety concern regarding the winter season and all. So this is the existing parking lot layout where we have 2 islands and then all impervious area. What we have proposed is doing some improvements to the sidewalk. We'll be relocating the mailbox from here to somewhere in the front, or it'll be finalized where exactly. But for now, it's shown in here. And we're proposing the raised crosswalk just so it would also help in slowing down the traffic coming into the property in this lot and exiting from the lot, just based on the uses from kids, Harvey Wheeler, all the events that happens in the area. Along with that, we're also proposing a crosswalk in order to connect 2 buildings together. And we're proposing landscapes in the islands, and the dumpster is being relocated from up here to closer to the Harvey Wheeler Building, so it's easier during the winter season. That's all I have. So this one is a concept plan. We're working on finalizing the plan, but I just wanted to introduce what's being done in the background. So when we come to present you the full plan, you know what's going on, what's in the plans.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
If you have any questions,
thank you. We appreciate that. Let's see, for this, I don't think I need to go around to each commissioner since this is an informal discussion. Does anyone have anything they'd like to share? Any
Can you
reaction?
tell us what the materials are? I assume it's paving. Is there granite curbing? What are the materials?
it's gonna be the granite curving around the islands, and then it's asphalt paving. The hatch that you see right here is we're adding the landscape area in this one. And then the existing sidewalk remain as existing. We'll do the improvements if needed, but otherwise it's gonna remain as is. And I think it was the last meeting where the Harvey Wheeler plans were shared, where they're adding this a new sidewalk. So
Yes.
basically like connection through the whole facilities would be better.
Mhm. And I'm sorry, you might have mentioned this, but when is the town hoping to get started on this? And
Planning to do the paving this year,
Mm.
fall of this year. So we're
Mhm.
working on the plans, and then it'll go out to bidding, and then so hoping for fall.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thanks, Dennis. Any other thoughts so far?
I just have a quick observation. Have you considered making this one way, at least around the loop?
Mm,
It is one way. We were thinking of maybe reducing, but based on the population that uses this facility, we dropped that idea. So the islands, the excess aisle is remaining 24 foot, but it is one way.
Oh,
And the island is being enlarged a little bit, so it is like clear that it's one way as well, because I think right now it's a little bit of confusion.
yeah.
so the corollary to that is if you counted the spaces on an angle just a little bit, you might get a little bit more room across them. I don't know if that would mean losing a spot, but it would reinforce the one-wayness of it.
Yeah, we
And maybe
tried
slow.
looking at the angled parking as well, but it reduces the parking space. And based on the conversation with the users of these facilities, they say that parking lot is already small, so can't reduce any parking spaces, and that's why it was dropped off.
Yeah, I'm hardly a professional, just that's what occurred to me.
Thank you, Walter.
I have a quick question too. Have you considered permeable paving, given the fact that you're going to have a higher tax nowadays on impermeable paving?
We are looking into the option. The permeable paving costs a lot more. So we're looking into it as an alternative option. If we can incorporate it, we're thinking of incorporating it, but not finalized it yet.
Mm. Thanks, Louis.
Is the highlighted drop-off area, is that just paint?
Yeah, it'll just be paint. It might not be this pattern, but just to
Yeah.
specify the area, it's shown
Okay.
as you see in this plan. And we're also enlarging the drop-off area a little bit because based on the observation, even though there's a drop-off area in here, the existing drop-off area, it's a small, so the cars don't pull inside and out, so it kind of blocks the traffic. So this is being improved from existing.
Okay, anyone else or anyone from the public have any questions? No? Well, I think then that's it from us. So thank you for coming and bringing this before us and giving us this thorough heads up.
Thank you so
helpful.
much for listening to me, and I'll be back with the full plans.
Excellent, we'll be ready.
Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Thanks so much. Good night.
Good night. Bye.
Okay, so now we're going to actually bounce to Bonnie Albright's application for 307 Main Street to install solar panels. And let's see, someone is presenting for her. Mr. Reese,
Hello there.
hi.
All right. So we want to put solar. It's going to be in the back of the house. It's not going to be visible from the street. And I think the main concern here is a conduit run and the equipment being mounted on the side of the house.
Yes, if it's visible, yes.
So do I present files?
Either you can share your screen or does our office have them? Do you know with what you submitted? Because Ms. Clifford can pull them up.
I have some stuff here. I can figure it out.
Is your surname spelled with two S's?
No, just one S.
Oh, okay. It looks like it's two on your shirt, so I didn't know
Yeah, I found this at
if. Okay.
an airport in Ireland.
Okay, because I was about to say it's one S on the application, so, all right.
All right, so here's my simple design. Can you guys see this?
Mm-hmm, yes.
Okay, so as you can see, solar's going on the back here.
All right, wait, can we just get oriented for a second? Where is Main Street?
In the front, up top.
Right, okay, but we can't really see it. Okay.
So I think the concern is this 3/4 inch conduit on the flat rubber roof.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna go here and there's this flat rubber roof here. We're gonna go on this roof and then drop down right here. And then let me show you the street views that I got.
Oh, good.
All right, so these are the street views from Google Maps. So you can see like the solar's not gonna be visible. There's all these trees here. This is right behind a Cottage Street sign over here, whatever that says.
Mm-hmm.
The flat roof, you can see it behind there.
Mm.
Solar's on the left main house though, so you won't be able to see it. There's the flat roof there. And this is the side view, and I did some red
Oh, thank you.
to show you guys where I'm gonna drop down. And there's already a utility meter there. Right exactly where that square is. And there's the utility meter there. And so basically, there's already like a conduit for the utility. They painted it yellow. And basically showing it really won't be visible. That's all.
Okay. Thank you for getting those side photos. It's very helpful. And the panels themselves are going to be on that farther roof that we can't see from the side street.
Yep.
Okay. Just to confirm.
Um,
Okay, I will ask the commissioners for their comments. Why can't I? Hold on, I'm not getting my speakers. There we go. Okay, first on my screen, Melinda.
Well, I'm looking at your double X's there, and in this particular picture, it looks like the tree is in bloom, in which case we probably wouldn't see it at all. I don't have a problem with this. I don't. I'm not sure you've given us the exact dimensions of this, but when you say you're feeding right into the meter, is that it, or right above it, or I don't. Right now, I don't think it looks too large, except that I don't know exactly what you're talking about in terms of inches or feet.
Okay, thank you, Melinda. So, Mr. Reese, if you can make a note of that, and then I'll continue to ask the other commissioners, and then you can answer them all at once. Tim? Comment?
Yeah, I mean, it looks, I'm not muted, am I? No, it looks, we're just talking about 3/4 inch conduit, is that all?
Yes.
And per Linda's question, is there some other, I guess we're all asking questions and then coming back, right? Okay.
Yeah, I think that was how.
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
said it.
so I mean, if it's the conduit's painted to match the wall, that's paralleling what looks like the mini split piping, I guess, that's already encased on that wall, right? So it looks pretty minimal to me, and that's on a flat roof, which is invisible, and the solar panels are invisible from Main Street, so it's just being sure we know what's going on the wall beyond the conduit.
Okay. Thanks, Tim. Walter,
What Tim said.
what Tim said? Thank you, Walter. Dennis?
What Tim and Walter said, but I
Melinda.
still want to know the dimension. Melinda's question: what is the dimension of this box again? That's on the wall.
Let me show you. I have a real representation of like the exact way this thing's gonna look. Okay, so basically they have a similar meter like this red one here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This is called a meter main. So we're literally able to just bring our pipe right into the side of it.
Okay.
Our electrical connections right outside without having to go inside. But here, I think in Concord, oh, this is her meter right here. This is actually Bonnie's house.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna be probably on the left of this, or maybe under the window here to the right. Hold on. Michaela, I'm on this meeting. Landon, please, put them on. So it looks exactly, look, this is Bonnie's actual meter. And we're gonna be connecting right out here, probably underneath this window, coming down right to the right of this. So we'll put everything here.
And what is it's all of that? What exactly? Which of these boxes is going to be there?
So I think Concord's gonna request these 3 boxes to be here. So the silver box that says end phase, that's the pipe from the roof is coming right into this. The
Okay.
thing in the middle is another meter socket so that the utility company can measure production. And then on the right, that's the safety disconnect to shut down the whole system.
So it's actually 3 boxes, not 1 box.
3 boxes. Exactly like
And
that.
and going back to the red one, so it'll look like, well, yeah, it'll look like the red with 1 extra box.
Yep.
Thank you.
It'll be hidden behind a tree. It shouldn't be an issue. The meter is very small, as you can tell. It'll fit like right here on the left of this meter. And then we can put the stuff maybe on the right. Either way, left or right, it's not gonna do much because there's already like a mini split out there. And a lot of stuff going on here anyways, as you can tell.
And can this to a certain extent be painted to blend in with the building?
Good
I
question.
mean, we don't want to paint it
Okay.
unless it's gonna be a requirement, but we think it looks fine silver. So ideally, we don't have to paint it.
Yeah, the fire department may have something to say about it too. Being able to find it.
Right.
Kate, we can't hear you.
Thank you, Melinda. Sorry, Lewis?
Well, obviously, I'd like to see it painted because you want it to be as less visible as possible.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so back to Melinda. Did you get your questions answered?
It's a little more than I thought it would be. On the other hand, it's very flat. It's not sticking out very far. I think we're not doing them a favor to say you got to paint it the same yellow as the rest of the house, only because it'll probably peel off and everything else. I don't think it's that bad. For me, it's fine.
Okay, thank you. And thanks, Walter, for making the point about the fire department. I'm not sure how that stands in Concord, but
Yeah. If I may, it's a safety concern, really. There are several steps one needs to do to switch off from the solar panel if it's feeding the
Mhm.
system, I believe. I could be wrong about that. I think that the the ability to immediately identify where the location is probably means that there may be some restrictions on the painting.
Okay. Thank you. That's interesting. Can you close that door? All right, let's see if everyone's spoken and doesn't have any more questions from the commission. Is there any public comment? I can't see. There we go. We don't have anybody on. Oh. All right, I don't think there is. So would a commissioner care to make a motion, please?
I move that we approve the application for 307 Main Street as submitted with a stipulation that the conduit will be painted to match the wall color similar to the mini split cover.
Great, thanks, Tim. A second, please.
A second.
Thanks, Melinda. And I'll go around for a vote. Dennis,
Aye.
Walter,
Aye.
Melinda,
Aye.
Tim,
Aye.
and I'm an aye. So thank you very much, Mr. Reese, for coming before us. And
So one last thing.
yes,
So the conduit jumps off the roof. How about the conduit on the roof? That can remain silver?
I should think so. Does anyone have Tim or Melinda, any thoughts on that?
We can change the well, I would say we just change the just to be clear, we can change the motion to say just the part that the vertical that's visible from the street
Mhm.
on the wall.
So this is just for the conduit, nothing else?
That's correct.
Okay.
The vertical conduit. Mhm.
Correct.
Thank you for clarifying. Any other questions for that? Mr. Reese, no?
Oh.
Okay,
Thank you.
all right, thanks. All right. Now the next two items are just informal discussions for the commission. I don't believe we have anyone else presenting, right, Anne? So let's just have a little update on Emerson House. And
Can go?
yes, yeah, oh yeah, you are, yeah.
Hey, just let me know, what do I do next?
Oh,
Install. No, I'm kidding.
no, you get us, Anne, I see you're unmuted. Do you want to tell him?
Sure. If you have a permit, the staff will sign off on the permit and will also issue a certificate of applicability. You don't necessarily need to wait for that certificate of applicability now that you do have the vote.
Okay.
Okay.
All
So
right.
just be in touch with the office tomorrow.
Okay, and then who will inspect that it was painted?
We can do that.
One of us. I mean,
Okay, thank you very much. Have a good day. Night.
thanks a lot. Good evening.
Bye.
Okay, Anne, since you're unmuted,
Okay.
take it away with just the Emerson House update. This is just something that I thought, because it's Emerson House, should be just aired for the commission. Just better safe than sorry.
So the Emerson House has a grant to do some work on just some wood repairs and repainting the siding of the house, but also they need to repair a chimney. I don't know if you've noticed as you drive by, there's one very tall chimney that's leaning, so it's a hazard. I'm not sure if they've taken it down, but because it is a hazard, I said it would be okay if they did take it down. And they do intend to replace it in kind. And Ellen Emerson has been terrific and dropped off, brick samples, which several of you saw at one of the site visits just before the last HDC meeting. And I know, I think Kate, you had said something about the real issue is the mortar and the treatment of the joints. So I mentioned that to Ellen, and she's talked to her contractor, and who will be working on samples. So if you're really interested, there should be like mortar samples to inspect, and you could also drive by the house and compare it to the chimney that's there.
Mhm.
But it's basically just replacement in kind. But it is, you know, one of Concord's few National Historic Landmarks. So
Yes, and because for that reason, I just didn't want a commissioner to be asked by, you know, somebody in town like, hey, what's going on at the Emerson House? And saying like, oh my gosh, you know, have like, you know, Melinda or Walter or Lewis or any of you to say like, I don't know of anything that's going on. Now you do. Tim?
And I think when you say mortar selection, do you know, is the mason gonna actually do a little mock-up with brick and mortar to look at?
right, I'm not sure. I kind of tried to suggest that. So I think it may be just the color of the mortar and the texture of the mortar that he'll be doing, but right, ideally, if they were working with the architect, that would be something that they'd want to have before spending the money on building the entire chimney. You just want to get a sense of what it's going to look like.
Yeah, I just had, I mean, just even this little bit we did on our chimney, we had the mason do a little mock-up to make sure it took him 20 minutes, but it was, then you knew what you're gonna get. And so I would really encourage Ellen if she can, you know, it's easy for the mason to do this with 6 or 8 bricks and
Mhm.
something you can kind of carry around and look at, just for that house and that chimney prominence. I would think she would just want to do it herself, just to know that it looks right. That would be my recommendation.
Are you hesitating, Anne, just because Ellen seemed surprised that we were as interested as we are? Or is it just because
Well, I guess,
you didn't want to request it of her? Or?
well, I did sort of suggest it, that it would be in her best interest and the board's best interest to see that as well.
Mhm.
So I wouldn't necessarily want to hold it up if, you know, like, does the HTC need to see it, or is it really a suggestion for her board so that they can review it? Like, are you acting as an advisor, or are you acting
Yeah.
in your regulatory function? I guess is what I'm asking.
I mean,
Right.
technically, we don't really, they're replacing in kind, so we don't really have any say, right?
You know,
Only
Just
if
a
it's
pure-
not in kind.
I'm sorry?
What, Walter?
Oh, the reason to be looking at it is to ensure that it is in kind,
True.
right?
Yeah.
Just
I agree.
material and
I would say we want to see something to make sure it's in kind.
Yeah, you would just hate the whole chimney to go up and then it have these, you know, sort of finger thick joints in the mortar.
I would just add, though, that the couple of times they've come before us, they've been fastidious about what they're doing. I mean, really thorough. The architects were great. But that doesn't mean that we shouldn't do this anyways. I'm just saying they do a good job. And they have good people doing this. Whether those same people, I remember there was a nice woman that was doing the parking lot at one point that we talked about, but there have been several different projects over the years that they brought to us. So there's no reason not to ask, but I also think they're pretty good at what they do.
Not
Well,
well,
that's-
not that I have to add another layer, but I think one of the problems I have here is that this important building has never had a historic structures report that I know of, right, Ann? I don't think they've ever done one.
I don't think it
So
has.
they're
no.
doing this. They're doing this in sort of a vacuum. They don't have an overall perspective of what this building needs, what the priorities are, what should be done. So everything's reactionary, and they really need to do. Not that we can force them to, but it should be strongly suggested. And I've already brought up the landscape report. They really need to know what's going on that site because they're doing decorative planting, and it looks pretty. I mean, it looks nice, but they put, you know, chickens and horses and so on and so forth. Those two plans I think are important. I've mentioned them to Ellen, and she thought it was a nice idea, but you know, I don't see it being done.
That's a good point. Now, there's no, I mean, it's certainly within our jurisdiction to ask for the brick and mortar mock-up like Tim suggested. And that doesn't then kind of trigger them having to submit an application, does it? I
No.
don't think it does, because they've filed and have said they were replacing in kind, and as Walter said, we just want to, ascertain that is in fact in kind. So it seems to me that the commission would like to see some mortared up bricks.
Okay,
Does that,
great. Okay.
everybody seems that, no one seems to be against that, so, do you think that's okay to ask Ellen Emerson for, Ann?
Yes, I think she's expecting it.
Surprise, surprise.
Thank you. Okay. All right, well, I think that was that for Emerson House. So just so everybody gets a heads up. And doesn't get caught off guard at Crosby's about like, what are they doing to their chimney? We know. And then the other thing, since we have Ann off mute, is the Historic Preservation Plan review process. Finally come, this day has come.
Right, so the Historical Commission, with your help, has been working on a historic preservation plan for the last almost 2 years now, with a consultant, and it's finally ready for public review. So a draft was sent yesterday, a preliminary draft was sent yesterday off to Mass Historical Commission. And we can send you all a draft too. I'm just wondering about, sort of a formal review process. Do you want to review it as the commission as a whole and, give your stamp of approval? Or, you've been invited to the meetings all along, and some of you have come individually to the meetings. So, right, so.
All right, so I guess it's probably best if we respond as a commission, which would require then collating anyone's reactions before submitting them through you, I guess. I mean, so maybe this is just me kind of off the top of my head. You distribute it to each commissioner, and people can dig into it for their summer reading, and then send any comments or reactions to Anne. And I guess CC me and Tim, and either something consistent will emerge or not, and we'll deal with that then. And then that's what you would pass on, and like the commission's read this and the HDC has read this is what they're thinking.
Great.
Does that make sense?
And what's the, when do you need a proper coalesced response or responses by?
Right, so the public review period will be for the next 3 weeks, through August 22nd. We're calling it like a soft release. Then we need to sort of submit something to Mass Historical by September 8th. But then the real deadline isn't really till December 31st. So there would be another opportunity to really, fine tune things and get it to the way that's really satisfactory, between September 8th and December 31st. But the immediate deadline is this. So August 22nd for your
So anything of
comments. Sorry, what was
anything
that?
of substance, I guess, anything of substance needs to be back to you in 3 weeks.
Yes,
Is that right?
that's right. Yes.
And I know you're working to pare this down. How big is the plan now? How many pages is this thing?
That's what I was
I know, right? So
It's over 1,000 now. So.
I think Tim, it started out that way.
Big beach reading. I mean, what more?
You heard me say summer reading, guys.
Yeah.
A page turner.
And needs a special award.
Oh,
I don't know how you hung in there. It's
Maybe you could redline it for us with.
Well, I was going to say that if you want, you have done this in the past for our meetings, where you've outlined or color coded the sections that have to deal with HDC. And I know we might comment on the overall plan, but I think maybe our focus should be the HDC pieces. So it'd be good to have it that way again.
Okay.
How many pages is it now, though? It's under 20.
Okay. Well, it's actually 70 pages, but as a courtesy to anyone who has to read it, we did make a 20-page summary.
Oh, I guess
That
that's what I
has
was
the
thinking.
introduction, guiding principles, and the recommendations.
Did Bill Hewitt miss the meeting where it was 70 pages? That's not, I would have thought he would have chopped that down, but quick, but I guess not. Okay, I guess I'm thinking of the 20-page one. Oh yeah, all right, so I can see why, like what Dennis is saying, maybe the highlighted HDC parts make a lot of sense. Dennis, I thought you were saying that literally about like a 15-page document. I'm thinking, oh, come on.
No. But how much of that 20 pages is backup material and rather than the plan
Oh,
itself?
the 70, you mean? How much of the 70?
Or is that more or is that more on top of the 70 pages?
Well, the 20 pages is sort of the core messaging and the core recommendations of the plan. And then with the 70 pages, right, there's a lot of backup material. There's,
Okay.
The public process, the stakeholders, the, themes of Concord, past planning documents, that sort of.
So we really need to look at the 20 pages, right?
Right, yes.
And we could have the 20 pages with it color coded for HDC, correct?
Yes, we can do that.
In big print.
In big print.
That's what I'd like to read.
Okay. We'll do that.
And God forbid there's an appendix.
Yeah.
Well, there are also appendices that isn't even a part of the 70 pages, and
Right.
those need work. They need to get cut in half too. So
Walter, I bet you're going to read the whole thing.
You bet.
Good.
okay,
I expect nothing less from our secretary. Fabulous. Good. All right. So that is that. So Anne will send us all a copy. We'll dig in, send reactions to her, and then we'll kind of see how, and maybe we won't have any reactions. So then we'll just kind of take it from there.
What's our next meeting date?
I think it's the 20th.
20th, okay.
So actually 2 days before it's due.
We can give you a little reminder.
Okay.
Everybody, good.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's 7:49.
And
Don't
just
Mhm.
sorry, just to be fussy on the timing. And should we get your comments to like in 2 weeks, so you have a week to process them?
That would be best.
Yes, we
if
should have a
I
drop
could-
dead.
That way
Yeah.
I could incorporate them and send them all out to you, and you'd have it before your next meeting. And that way, if you wanted to talk about it at the next meeting, you could.
Oh, that's a good point, Tim. Thanks.
So really, we want it by August 13th is the drop dead date of comments to Anne.
Okay.
2 weeks from today.
Okay. So I'll send it out to you
13th?
tomorrow.
Okay, 2 weeks is good.
So it'll be on the website, is that right?
Yes, it is up on the website.
Okay, but the marked up copy will be on the website too.
I can do that for you, yes.
Okay.
You just send it to us directly?
And I can do that as well. Yes.
If you can do that, that would be
We'll
fine.
cover it all.
Wow.
Send directly.
Nowhere to
would help.
run, nowhere to hide. She's gonna make sure we get it no matter what.
Right.
Okay, anyone have any questions about any of this? Any of anything? No? At 7:50. How about that?
That's a record.
So, if I could have a motion to adjourn.
I move, we adjourn.
Thank you, and a second.
I second it.
Thank you, Dennis. I think we can just sort of raise hands, all in favor.
Yep.
Aye, it's unanimous. Okay,
Good.
great. All right, thanks. so
Perfect
much,
August
everybody.
meeting.
Woo-hoo. Thanks so much, everybody.
Yep.
Continue to have a
Bye.
good summer.
Yeah,
Take
thank
care.
you.
Thank
Bye.
you, everybody.